So maybe you're considering starting to go to the gym and you're not sure where to start or what to be doing or if it's even appropriate for you. A lot of my clients have come to me because their doctor told them to diet and exercise. And when they do that, they find that they actually start getting worse, they start gaining weight, and they start feeling more inflamed and more fatigued and tired. I'm going to be telling you exactly how you can determine if exercise is appropriate for you, especially if you're a female dealing with hormonal imbalances. Let's get into it. So if you're new to following me, my name is Dr. Lake. I'm a functional medicine practitioner, and I have an online program designed to help females overcome hormonal imbalances and lead a more active and vibrant life. Now, a lot of people come to me and they start asking about exercising. And for a lot of women specifically, exercise is not always the best place to start because what it does to your body and how it can put your body into a state of increased survival. What exactly do I mean by an increased state of survival? Well, when we're talking about your nervous system, there is the fight or flight response that a lot of us are familiar with, and there's also the rest and digest response. And so oftentimes if you're not sleeping, if you're dealing with a lot of toxins in your environment, in your diet, if you're dealing with high stress, poor nutrient absorption, all these things can make your state of survival increase as time goes on. And guess what else does the same thing to your body? Exercise. And because our bodies are very good at surviving, when we start to go into states of calorie deficit or states of exercise for prolonged periods of time, our bodies are very smart and they're like, okay, you want to be holding on to calories, you don't want to be letting these things go because we may be going into a period of starvation and we may need these calories for a later day. So this can often make weight loss very difficult because as time goes on and we're not addressing the root causes for the weight change or the excessive weight gain, our bodies will just give you more and more of what you're asking of it. And so oftentimes what I tell my clients is we have to focus on your diet, we have to focus on your sleep, your stress, and your ability to detoxify and get at the root cause as to why these things are developing to begin with. Okay, so how do you know if exercise is appropriate for you? Well, the first thing you have to look at is, are you getting deep, sufficient, restful sleep? And what I mean by this is that if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep on average per night throughout the course of the week, you're actually getting or experiencing sleep deprivation according to the CDC. And a lot of people are saying, okay, maybe I can't fall asleep, maybe I can't stay asleep. But for a lot of people, they're not even addressing the basics. And the basics in my program that I talk about are things like making sure you're putting your phone down about 2 to 3 hours before you want to go to bed, and making sure you're not eating food, again, about 2 hours before you want to fall asleep, because these things will greatly increase the hormones that will prevent you from falling asleep by reducing this thing called melatonin. And melatonin is going to be reducing or actually initiating the sleep cycle, allowing your body to fall asleep. So the second category to consider is, am I inflamed? Do you notice that your joints are achy, that you're having a hard time recovering? Do you feel like you're not able to recover as fast as you used to? Or you wake up in the morning finding yourself to be very achy and sore? If these are all the case for you, you're likely inflamed. And again, you have to look at things like your diet. Well, in my program, I also give my clients a meal plan that is getting at the root cause of their food sensitivities that are triggering their inflammation. And because that is beyond the scope of this video, I want to give you a supplement that can also assist in this process. A good omega-3 supplement like a fish oil can be very, very beneficial. So the brands that I personally like are Carlson's Elite Omegas and Nordic Naturals because they have a high level of EPA and DHA. And so if you're getting things like Nature Made or Nature Valley, these are just not sufficient enough and they're not good quality supplements. So the third category to consider is your gut health. Your gut health is extremely important when it comes to regulating a lot of your neurotransmitters, reducing your inflammation, helping to assist your thyroid and other organs to allow your body to have optimal mitochondrial function. All these things are super important when it comes to absorbing nutrients and detoxifying. So if you're not doing these things well, again, exercise may not be appropriate for you at this point in time, but it doesn't mean that we're ruling it out. It just means that we have to start addressing the root causes as to why you don't feel well and get your body towards functioning at a higher level. All right, so the last thing to consider is your adrenal gland and thyroid health. If you're on thyroid medication or you feel like you don't have any gas left in the tank, you're relying on things like coffee or caffeine or stimulants like sugar to kind of get through your day, or you find that you have to take a nap in the middle of the day, these are all indications that your mitochondrial function may not be up to par to give you what you need as far as filling your tank full of gas. And so for a lot of people, they go to the gym and they're already feeling tired, they're already feeling worn out, and now they're taxing their adrenal glands even more. And this puts your thyroid into an increased state of demand, And at some point, your body will just say, no, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle this. This is just too much. So if you're thinking, I'll just go to the gym, I'll just push through it, I'll just overcome this, this can actually make things much, much worse for you long term. And this is why it's so important to realize exactly where you are and determine if exercise is appropriate for you. So if you're going through this video and you're like, yep, that's me. Yep, that's me. That sounds a lot like me. I'm having a lot of these different kinds of problems. I'm here to tell you that exercise at this point in time just may not be the best thing for you, and you may need to start addressing these things at the root cause first before you ever consider pushing yourself in the gym to this level. Now, am I saying that movement is bad, that going on walks is a bad thing, that doing Pilates or yoga or stretching is a bad thing? No, absolutely not. But am I saying that you should go to the gym and do CrossFit and be pushing yourself beyond your limits and kind of killing yourself in the gym because that's what you're supposed to do? I would strongly disagree with that, and I would say that you probably should not be considering that at this point in time, and instead consider working with somebody like myself who we can try to get at the root cause as to why these things are happening to begin with. Make sure you have the right nutrients, make sure you're addressing your gut health, make sure you're addressing your adrenal gland and your thyroid health, and make sure you're able to have deep, sufficient, restful sleep so that your hormones can become more balanced long term. And if you do these things, I'm here to tell you I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of clients, specifically women, overcome this in an online fashion. And if you're wanting to do this the right way, there are ways out there, whether searching for a functional medicine practitioner in your local area, or if you want to, you can actually apply to work with me directly. But regardless, just realize that there is hope for you, that you can fix these things and that you can become a healthier, vibrant, more active person. You just have to get at the root cause and have the right motivation as to why you want to fix this. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I hope you click subscribe, and I hope that if you have questions, you ask them. But otherwise, be healthy, be blessed, and have a great day.